about. We have so many beautiful Sophia Circle leaders that are serving worldwide now, as well as our upcoming August 2020 program. If you'd like to learn more about how you can facilitate life-changing Sophia Circle journeys, feel free to reach out to us on my website at Kaia.com, and we'd be happy to get you pre-enrolled. Well, there's an application process, and then happy to get you pre-enrolled for August 2020 if it's the right fit for you. So we're just really happy. We feel really blessed that we have so many amazing souls in our mystery school that identified how much the Sophia Code was changing their reality, changing their relationship with life in such profound ways that they wanted to lead with it in both online, virtual Sophia Circle journeys, as well as in person. So it's really exciting to see our Sophia Circle leaders coming online here. Jennifer is writing in. She's saying she would like to be pre-enrolled. So Jennifer, the best way to do that is to email us at contact@Kaia. We'd be happy to get in touch with you about that. We are also always available to jump on the phone with you for a free angel consultation call about any of our upcoming programs, such as our leadership conference in Sedona at the end of July, as well as the launch of our 2020 Sophia Circle Leadership Program at the end of August. And we've also kept the temple gates open for all of those live calls that we still have for May. Our next live series of calls for Golden and Silver Dragon Mentor Journeys are happening this Wednesday. And interestingly enough, Wednesday is dedicated to Mary Magdalene. So the timing of that is just kind of incredible. Every mentor class we dedicate to the next Keycode and how they're working with us and those Stargate 1 and Stargate 2 curriculum teachings that we are diving into in the Sophia Code Mystery School. And there are going to be lots of other offerings. One in particular that I'm really excited about that I shared a little bit about on day 4 is the Transforming Trauma into Soul Power. That's going to be coming up at the end of this year. So if you want to receive details on that program once we have them, because we haven't actually officially launched anything for that yet, join our mailing list at Kaia.com and be sure to add our email address contact@Kaia.com to your safe sender list to make sure that you are receiving those emails in your inbox. We also have our free Ministry of the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective that I lead every month, and it's always the third Sunday of the month unless we have to send out an announcement to reschedule for some reason due to our live events. So we're on track for this month, third Sunday of May. Feel free to join us, and you can get those details by signing up for the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective email on my website, Kaia.com. And yeah, how's everyone doing in the comment feed? Let's see, we've got love from Los Angeles. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Love LA. Louise is writing in from Sedona. We hope that we get to see you in Sedona someday too, Louise. That would be amazing. Louise is one of our Sophia Circle leaders in Australia. We love our Australian community. We have a really beautiful following of the Sophia Code in Australia and all over Europe. Let's see, we've got Renee's writing in from Valdez, Alaska. Ooh, that's exciting. We've got Amara writing in, Nina from Canada. Yeah, so it's just lovely to see everyone saying hello. And, oh, Karen from New York. Oh, bless you in New York. My goodness, so much has been happening. So what a journey we've been on. I just posted on Instagram and Facebook a very powerful lucid dream that I had that I know wouldn't have occurred if it weren't for this collective journey that we're going on together through the Mary Magdalene Keycode 5 initiation in the Sophia Code. And for those of you who are new to this broadcast, new to this 90 journey that we've been traveling through this very powerful, visionary, multidimensional initiation that you can read in the first person perspective in the book that I channeled that's called the Sophia Code. And it's in chapter 10. Mary Magdalene's chapter is chapter 10 of the Sophia Code. So Mary Magdalene represents one of the divine feminine Christ voices of this high council that we meet in section 2 of the book. And this stunningly beautiful visionary landscape that we meet Mary Magdalene in is this temple of Magdalene, where we are walking towards these waters to be baptized directly by Mary Magdalene at the center of the temple. But along the way, we're meeting all of these beautiful angels that we're having these conversations with, that we are learning their teachings and their wisdom. And as we conclude each of their teachings and receive their wisdom, they end up dissolving back into us. And that's this beautiful iconography that these angels actually represent parts of yourself. These angels represent parts of your divine consciousness that is the ultimate mentor for your human awareness. It's important to understand that you are so much bigger than just your human concept of yourself and your localized human awareness. And we talk about this a lot in the very in-depth material that's available to you in our Modern Mystery School. 35 plus classes of 2 hours to anywhere from 2 to 3 hours worth of material each. And those, and where we travel through the entire Sophia Code of teachings that bring this body of work into a very practical and grounded way into your daily life, just as we're doing now in this free ministerial offering on YouTube Live. So we talk extensively about, the fact that your consciousness is so vast. There are so many different facets, and that, or another way to say is there's so many different parts of you that are always talking to you. So, there's this super conscious part of your soul, which is we call the oversoul. And then there's this messenger from your super consciousness, which we often correlate with the Holy Spirit, that is your higher self, that is bringing divine guidance from your oversoul down into this world and into your human body. And as you choose to activate your divine genome with the help of the Sophia Code, what happens is you start to unlock the spiritual technology within your body that opens up your psychic senses, that opens up your divine feminine intuitive capacity to really, not just to really receive, to feel, to hear, to train your mind in how to integrate the messages and the guidance that you are receiving from your higher self moment by moment, in every present moment. You might be like, well, I never hear my higher self. And it's just I understand how you feel about that. But no matter how you feel about what you can hear, see, or sense, you are always receiving information from the divinity that you are. So whether or not your localized human awareness is aware of it, the truth is you are constantly downloading information from the source. And so what we do in the Sophia Code Mystery School, and what happens naturally, is a process that naturally begins by reading this book cover to cover. This book in and of itself is the foundation of our mystery school. Everything spirals out from the sacred text. All of the teachings from the mystery school come out of these words, and diving deeper into the meanings of these very profound teachings that come to us directly from the Ascended Masters. So you begin your journey in our mystery school by reading this book, listening to the MP3 recordings, allowing those audiobook and MP3 recordings to help you integrate these teachings, maybe as you're falling asleep, maybe as you're sitting in meditation or doing a personal ritual. It's you're in the mystery school as soon as you start reading this book and bringing it into your heart and your life. The reason why we created the mystery school programs and curriculums is because we understood that people were just so excited about this work, and they wanted to take it in so deeply into their body, hearts, and minds, and they wanted to really understand how they could apply it to their daily life, but also lead in their daily life from this consciousness. And that's why we created in-depth curriculums to be able to mentor students around the world and how to become educated, embodied way showers. So that's a little bit about the different levels of what's available to you as from this platform and from our ministry. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for your constant loving support of the Sophia Code and sharing the good news of what's here and really just the good news of what you have experienced in your own higher self embodiment from these teachings. It's like that's the only way that we want people to hear about the Sophia Code, is how it's been working for you. It's like that's really exciting to me, the authentic testimonials that can come through from that. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please be sure to do that. You want to make sure you hit that little bell in the right-hand corner to receive notifications anytime that I go live. After this particular journey, I'm going to have to be taking a personal journey into my own cleansing, which I do on an annual basis. So you'll be seeing me live, but it won't be at a scheduled time other than for the 2020 Vision Mentor Journey, the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective, and when I'm able to fit into my schedule, coming online and taking some of your questions over this month, which I hope to do, but I can't make a promise as to when, so that I can complete what I need to do for myself personally. But we're here for you, and we're grateful that now there's so much more content on YouTube that you can go back and you can revisit those 21 days of Green Tara, and you can go back and you can revisit these incredible 9 days of Magdalene. And we have an amazing amount of very affordable activations on our activations page of my website. You can revisit the Embody Your Sovereignty activations, the Sophia's Grace activations, the Sophia Dragons activations that we received in January. I mean, these are really powerful ceremonies that every time you watch the replay, you are deepening in the integration of what's being received. They're just so powerful, and there's a lot that maybe you might pick up the second or third time that you're resourcing those activations. So some of the links for those replays are available in all of our YouTube replay comments, but if you don't see an activation such as the Activate Your Angel Wings or something that you really, it's on my website. It's all on my website at kaia.com. Today I'm wearing the Mother Mary pendant that Sacred Heart Flame pendant that I designed. And this one is, this is the solid brass with the gold vermeil on it. It's a two-sided pendant. One side we have the rose that's ever unfolding to represent Mother Mary's teachings of the rose. And we have this Trinity pointing downward. So this represents the Shekinah descent of God consciousness into form, into our human bodies, into this planet, into the reality of form. And on the other side of this pendant, it's really, with all of my pendants, almost all of them, you're getting two pendants for the price of one. It's kind of amazing. I don't know. There's this thing for me where I don't like one side to be somehow not designed. That's not how we did it in ancient times. In ancient times, everything was beautifully carved and designed front and backwards, upside down and inside out. There was never a cheaping out of a design. It was like if somebody was going to bother to design a piece of jewelry or an altar, it's just like they went for it in every direction. And that's where I'm coming from. So the Shekinah, the iconic symbol of the Shekinah light is on the other side, and it's of this, it's kind of hard to tell with the lighting reflecting off the pendant. We have this very victorious dove. It's like almost like a hawk dove. It's just like descending with the light and the flames of the Holy Spirit surrounding it. And we've got this crescent moon with dragon scales to represent the high priestess lineage that Mother Mary was a part of. Now, the reason why I'm wearing Mother Mary's pendant today is because Mother Mary is part of the Order of Magdalene. Mother Mary was a spiritual mother to Mary Magdalene. And Mother Mary was a spiritual mother to an entire movement, just as Mary Magdalene was. So,